Big 11.1.5 updates. Let's get straight into this stuff. We got the updated masks. We got the loot. We got some interesting corrupted powers coming with those helm enchants. So let's just dive straight in. Crests drop from Revisited Horrific Visions. This is great. This is going to be literal progression content from here on out when these things actually drop. We are getting crests out of these things. And the number of crests and the ranking of crests will be based on how many masks you're applying to these horrific visions. If you're new to horrific visions, masks are basically like I don't know, like an affix that you're adding. You're increasing the difficulty on these things. So at 8 masks, you're going to be getting 7 gilded undermine crests. That's right. Gotta love these names. 7 masks, you'll be getting 6, 7, and then down to 4 masks, you'll be getting runed crests, and then 0 to 2 masks, you'll be getting carved crests. So that's a really nice way to, kind of supplement maybe your Mythic Plus runs or your rating. You get tired of that shit, you can go do your horrific visions and get even more crests. So this is really good. I always love it when Blizzard's giving us options on how we can advance our gear progression. So that's really great. We're getting new masks, by the way. Speaking of those masks, we used to have 5 masks. Now we're going to have 8 masks in total in this new season, which means 3 masks are being added to the game. And those 3 masks have now been revealed in terms of what they are going to be doing. So first off, when you get masks, by the way, you got to unlock them. You got to get these masks by doing certain things in these horrific visions. And part of that is getting some a little achievement unlocks. So we'll talk about those a little bit too. But in general, when you're adding masks, each mask provides an additive stacking buff, increasing the challenge and rewards in your horrific visions. First off, you'll always get a plus 25% health to your enemies, plus 25% damage from all your enemies, and plus 20% displace corrupted mementos gained. So in total, when you have 8 masks all stacked up, you're getting 200% extra health and damage from your enemies, and you'll be obtaining 140% extra corrupted mementos. You'll be using those to, purchase all the little goodies. And by the way, there's a new goodie that I'll be talking about here in a second from your Horrific Visions vendors. So that's really great. Now, looking at the old masks, if you remember, they're very much the same as the new ones, the first 5. You got Faceless Mask of the Long Night, which reduces maximum sanity by 50%. Sanity is a ticking timer-ish thing that you're going to be dealing with. Faceless Masks of the Burned Bridge. This, you got to move, causing void spawns to pop under you, so you get the little void puddles under you. The less you move, the easier it is. I have trouble with this as a Death Knight. I love to just run around and hack and slash shit. I got to do a little bit less. We got the Faceless Mask of the Daredevil. All sanity damage caused by creatures is increased by 400%. Again, another play on sanity here. And then Faceless Mask of the Pained. Each area will consist of 2 madnesses instead of 1. I believe the madnesses are different mobs, if I remember right. So you'll have 2 more instead of 1. And then the Faceless Mask of the Dark Imagination. While below 50% sanity, a horrific figment will occasionally spawn attacking you. I remember this. It was a little tentacly boy that would pop up behind you and try to put his tentacles inside of you. You got to kill him before he does that, obviously. So, unless you want it to happen. Maybe you do. Now, we got the new 3 masks, right? These 3 masks are going to be... Sam, can you wear a mask, please? Yeah, you guys are pieces of shit. We got the 3 new ones, so we'll be dealing with those. How do you unlock the 3 new ones? Well, the first one is known as the Faceless Mask of the Vengeance. With 1 mask active, loot the Faceless Mask of the Vengeance by becoming revered with a group of vengeful void speakers at the canals of the Horrific Visions and Stormwind between the Trade District and the Old Town. How you become revered with these guys? I guess by killing shit. That's probably the best way. I'll put my tentacles inside, Sam. I gotta stop reading the chat. I just gotta stop reading the chat. This is... it's not conducive to my news here. Faceless Mask of the Nemesis. The way you unlock this one, with 1 mask active, defeat a iconic nemesis in each horrific vision to fuse their nemesis shards to obtain the mask. So it looks like you got to get a certain amount of these nemesis shards. Defeat Hogger and Gammon. And then you take their nemesis shards, fuse them, bam, you got yourself the Faceless Mask of the Nemesis. And then the last one here, Faceless Mask of the Multitudes. With 3 masks active, complete all objectives within a single visit to Horrific Visions. So there you go. You get 3, stack it up, run that shit, you'll get the Multitudes 1. Now, what are these new masks going to do? Faceless Mask of the Vengeance. Killing enemies will bolster their nearby allies with vengeance, increasing their damage done by 20% for 20 seconds. This affects stacks. Ooh. So this is in essence going to slow your run down. That's how this whole thing's going to work. You're gonna want to slow your roll, because if you let this shit stack up, because you're running too quickly, your enemies are going to keep stacking these 20% damage buffs, and they're just going to eventually face roll you. So this is a slow you down, but in essence, you can't slow down too much because you always got your sanity draining. So interesting one there from the Vengeance ticker. And now we got Faceless Mask of the Nemesis here. Your enemies will spawn every 25 kills, and your nemesis will spawn every 25 kills in a horrific vision. This elite nemesis is neither Gammon from Orgrimmar or Hagar from Stormwind, and is either, I should say, of those two, and has a dangerous sanity breaker abilities. Okay, so you got to use basically Faceless Mask of the Nemesis to be able to unlock. No, you get this by unlocking those. So you got to defeat those guys, get those shards. Yeah, whatever. I thought that was how you get this mask. Mask 1, defeat the iconic nemesis of the horrific vision, fuse their nemesis shards to obtain the mask. How do you do that if you're getting these guys by you wearing the mask? What the hell? Am I tripping here? Am I losing my sanity? It looks like you unlock these guys. You unlock this mask by killing Hagar and Gammon, but then you need the mask to get Hagar and Gammon? What the hell? Reading is hard. Maybe. Anyways, yeah, so as I said, your nemesis will spawn every 25 kills in horrific visions. This elite nemesis is either Gammon or for Orgrimmar or Hagar for Stormwind, and has dangerous sanity breaker abilities. So these guys are going to spawn, fuck up your sanity. You got to kill them. That's basically how that'll work. And then finally here, Faceless Mask of the Multitudes. More enemies will be present throughout the horrific vision, more than doubles the amount of trash that you get in horrific visions, typically adding more dangerous enemies to packs. So there you go, more ads. You got to deal with more ads when you're wearing this Mask of the Multitudes. So again, wearing these masks will give you more loot. We'll give you crests, as we just saw, your gilded crests. If you get all 8 masks, you'll be rocking out 7 gilded crests from these runs. So, yeah, adding these masks will be a really nice thing to these runs in terms of loot. Corrupted Powers returning. We already know about this. Yes, you'll be getting yourself a new helm enchant that'll give you the Corrupted Powers that we used to get in Season 1. Those Corrupted Powers, if you don't remember, are these right here. We got, 6 different ones? Yes, 6 different head enchants. You're going to get them by doing a quest in 11.1.5 by collecting all 8 black blood residues and 500 displaced corrupted mementos from Horrific Visions Revisited, and exchange those for runes that mimic corrupted powers from the BFA expansion. These corrupted powers will only last for the entirety of Season 2. So our helm enchant will die off after the season ends. But let's look at these again if you don't remember. We got Twilight Devastation. I remember this was a favorite from BFA. Allows your attacks to have a chance to trigger a Twilight Devastation, dealing up to, what is this, a big number. Yeah, a big number, 1.99 million shadow damage to enemies in front of you, so there you go. Lesser Rune Void Ritual. Gain Void Ritual, giving your spells and abilities a chance to increase all secondary stats by 73 for 20 seconds. Lesser Rune of the Twisted Appendage. This is some hentai one right here. Your attacks have a chance to spawn a tentacle, which mind flays your target for 36k shadow damage every 10 seconds. Lesser Rune of the Echoing Void. Your damage abilities build Echoing Void. Each time it builds, Echoing Void has a chance to collapse, dealing 18k shadow damage to all nearby enemies every 1 second until the stack falls off. We got Lesser Rune of the Gushing Wound. Your damage spells and abilities have a chance to cause your target to ooze blood for 1.146k. What is this? No, I'm sorry, 114k damage over 7 seconds. And then Lesser Rune of the Infinite Stars. Your spells and abilities have a chance to strike nearby enemies with infinite stars, dealing 100k arcane damage, and increasing their damage taken from infinite stars by 27k, stacking up to 6 times before resetting. So some nice damage dealing buffs here. This is going to be really good for, pumping out that extra DPS. And still doesn't read chat. Well, Trollicus is back. What's going on? I was reading chat, but that shit was getting wild. Sam barely reads at all. That is also true. Also true. Speaking of those coins, right, that we're going to be getting from these runs, remember what I said earlier? You get more coins by adding your masks. Well, one of the favorites from Season 1 was the Black Dragon backpack. Well, now we're also going to be getting the Bronze Dragon Scale backpack. Yes, a Season 1 favorite of Horrific Visions. Now we're going to get the whited out version of this one. Bronze Dragonflight, time weaving and shit. Obviously, I bet you they're playing a role in Horrific Visions returning. So this is a nice looking backpack. I love the little hearthstone sticking out the side here. This is pretty cool. Again, this is usually I think this was the most expensive item from Season 1 was the black backpack. So the black Dragon Scale backpack. So I'm sure this bronze one is going to cost a little hefty penny in terms of those coins. But worth it for those of you who love to chase transmog. We also have the Flames Radiance thing going on, right? So that's that open world event that'll be happening 11.1.5. You'll be out in Hallowfall, killing all the denizens of Ashkahet as they try to attack you. Well, we got the Renown track for it, and now we have the Renown track rewards. So there's a ton of rewards to be had. Obviously, the best one, at Renown 9, you can get yourself the Radiant Imperial Links. I believe it'll be unlocked. You can purchase it with the new currency that's going to be dropping from this event. Yes, there is a new currency. Surprise. I know Blizzard never adds new currencies to this game, but interestingly enough, they've decided to for this event. So you'll be able to get this albino lynx that very much matches all the new armor that you'll be getting from this event as well. That's at Renown 9. At Renown 5 to 10, you'll unlock the tabard. So at Renown 5, you'll be able to get the tabard, and this thing will advance as you advance through the Renown track up to Renown 10, when it'll eventually look like this, a beastie boy. This freaking tabard looks great. I love the fact that it's changing as you're advancing through the Renown track, which is really cool. You're basically showing off your Renown and your rep with these guys by wearing the tabard. People can see your progress with it. So very cool. Also, we see a bunch of little toys here and stuff. So Renown 2 will give you the Entertainer's Flame. I guess, what is it? Keep the flame in the air, so knocking the ball up in the air. Flames Radiance Banner, you'll get at Renown 4. And then the Radiant Lynx Whistle. Whistle a courier to appear. The Lynx will deliver and retrieve mail for you. So it's a nice little mailbox here. Pretty cool. Renown 6, you'll be unlocking that one. Again, these guys will be unlocked, but I believe you still got to purchase them with the currencies. And then you get two little pets here at Renown 3. The Swift Paws, again, going with the Lynx theme here. Pretty darn cool. And then an armored version of it. I wonder at what Renown you get this one. Renown 6. So Renown 3 for this one, Renown 6 for that one. Another backpack colorway here at Renown 7. For those of you who love backpacks, this is going to be a great little patch for you guys. And then item rewards, Renown 10. You get a necklace, a 610 necklace. Nice for your alts, maybe. And finally here, Renown 8, a Delver's Dirigible, a new skin for your Delver's Dirigible, an albino version, I guess. Sam, shut the fuck up. It's 5:28 a.m., and I'm trying to level my monk. The fuck you doing in here, then? Dad, fella, no, I'm just kidding. Keep it open. It's fine. That's go level your monk. Nobody plays monks, so that's very nice of you to do so and contribute to society in that way. Can't wait for 45-minute ad spot today. When the fuck did I ever run an ad? Jesus Christ. You guys are so hateful. And then last but not least, final piece of news here, after I just read my degenerate chat for the final time in this news segment. The Brown Taven mount. That's right. One of the favorites that recently dropped was the Big Taven Dog Boy, right? It's a giant mount. Looks like it's going to be available on the trading post very soon. So this thing's been data mined for 11.1.5. Yes, a new colorway, the brown colorway of the Taven mount will be available. This is a big boy. If you don't know what I mean by big boy, this mount is absolutely massive. These images don't do it justice. It's a big, big boy. Yes, a big boy between your legs. If you want that, you're going to be able to get it from the trading post. So a nice little thing there. And that is all in terms of news.